Sack Life Beat Depression. It's day 876, and we're back with another fix of somatic healing sessions to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, appreciate you guys and girls tuning in to the show, showing up for yourselves, and also showing up for others, making that progress every day, no matter come what may, through the hardships, through the good times, showing up for yourself and making that progress no matter what. You can give yourself that proof of your endurance and your strength by keeping track of that progress. That's one of our mental health tools, that progress tracking tool. And the more you keep track of it, the more powerful that tool can be in your life. It's been 876 days of progress and success for me, the Sack Man. Let me know how many days it's been for you. This chart and list tool also lets me keep track of how far I've gotten away from suicidal ideation and also the debilitation associated with depression. So it's been 876 days since I've been debilitated, 876 days since I've had a single thought of suicidal ideation. And that number can have the same effect in your life, showing you how far you've gotten and allowing you to give yourself credit for that progress, showing you how strong you are and allowing you to give yourself credit for your strength, really changing that mindset from the victim mindset that depression tries to sell us into a victor mindset that we can give ourselves. So please do keep track of that number. Share it with others. It can help boost their confidence, self-esteem, and help them find their way forwards as well, right? We're all made of the same stuff. We can all inspire each other to find our ways forwards and make progress out there. So as I said, it's been 876 days for me, and I got the count wrong on our 21 days of gratitude yesterday. I said 16. It was actually day 14, so today is day 15 of our 21 days of gratitude. So we got a couple days left, and today we are going to get into kicks. It's day 15 of our training program. If you started from the beginning, you've been armed already with hands, elbows, knees, and today we're going to start getting into those Muay Thai kicks. Also today is a Sunday, which means it's an active recovery day. We're going to keep things low intensity. We're going to tap into multiple free mental health tools, breathwork tools, visualization, positive thought framework, and a few other things, meditation as well, and movement to de-stress and show you guys and girls that there are multiple ways forwards. You've just got to find the ones that work for you. That being said, let's also touch on that powerful mental health tool of gratitude. We usually start the show with it. My bad. I'm working on it. It's a Sunday. I partied pretty hard last night. It will affect me, and that's why I'm glad today is a recovery day, and we get to rest and relax, but at the same time continue to make progress. So let's talk about that gratitude tool. My gratitude today going out to Hope to Courage, the Hope to Courage movement, for helping us raise awareness and empower others with free mental health tools, not just the ones we share on this show, but also the ones that they're sharing through their platform. So if you didn't get a chance to check out what's available there, it's life-saving gold. At least check it out. Give it a look. You never know what's going to work for you until you try it. So see what else is out there. It's only free for a limited time. And you'd really be cheating yourself if you're not investigating those ways forwards. And like I said before, you got to find the ones that work for you and add them to your toolkit. So even if this show is great for you and all the tools we share on here are great for you, having more in your arsenal is always going to be a benefit. So add as many as you can, lump them into that balanced self-care routine, and that way you'll be able to keep moving forwards no matter what. Also want to shout out to those who are in here now. Martial Artist Appreciation, Lisa the Luminary, and my mom, Carol Paradox. Love you, Ma. Thanks so much for tuning in. All right, so like I said, we covered the gratitude tool. We covered the progress tracking tool. Let's talk about today's lesson. It's going to be a 3-round session labeled Superhuman Sunday because we're going to be tapping into powers that can make us feel like we're superhuman out here. Give us that superhuman strength to fight back against depression and to fight back against anxiety. And like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be tapping into those breathwork tools, meditation tools. We'll have 3 rounds. They're going to be 5 minutes each today. And the final one is not exactly going to be 5 minutes. We're going to kind of feel it out. We're going to tune into where we're at and kind of cruise through and see what we need for the day, what we need for the moment. And that way we can give ourselves that break, give ourselves that rest to build ourselves up. And we'll have some calming music coming through our retro synth boombox. Hope you guys like it. I made it myself. And Ree Brickman is here. Good to see you, Ree. Thanks so much for being here. And like I said, active recovery, tapping into multiple mental health tools. The first one's going to be a calming breathwork routine known as diaphragmic breathing. We're going to link that with martial arts movement so we can learn some new kicks. We're going to learn the teep kick today. It's a classic Muay Thai push kick. It can be used both as a stabbing, high damage maneuver, and it can also be used as a push to toss your opponent off balance. And it comes in handy. It's very, very useful, highly utilized, and also good in self-defense situations where you have an aggressive person coming at you. You need to get away, right? You want to get out of that environment, and they're charging forwards. You can teep kick and generate a tremendous amount of force. Toss them, give yourself a huge gap, a good opportunity to get away, create that space, and they'll never see it coming because it's nice and fast. Once you practice it, nice and fast, nice and efficient, very powerful teep kick. So, that being said, let's break down the teep kick right now real quick before we get into the first calming session. The second session is going to be an activating breath that's going to activate the nervous system. It's known as the breath of fire. And we're going to link that with a little jab cross action so we can sharpen up those skills, that muscle memory, and turning the fist over. We're going to use that breath work tool to increase our lung capacity, our lung strength, our heart strength, and also condition our body to handle that stress hormone cortisol in a positive way. That's the second session. And then the final session is going to be a brief meditation in which we'll take full control over that somatic experience, full control over our body, over our automatic nervous system, no matter what we are going through. So we're going to activate that nervous system. You're going to notice the symptoms very similar to those of a panic attack: high heart rate, increased breathing, activated, energized feeling, kind of anxious energy. And we're going to take all that and tone it down and get our control back, get our power back, using those brief meditation tools that we will share. So that being said, let's break down the teep, and then we'll get into our first low-intensity active recovery session. Now, ideally, you don't want to be in uneven ground with rocks sticking out of it. This is not the ideal situation. You'd like a nice, flat, soft surface, like a mat, preferably at a dojo, or a gym mat at home. Something large that's not going to move around on you, and that way you can prevent injury and take those precautions. Unfortunately, this is all I've got. So I'm going to practice out here and try not to roll an ankle. All right, so from our Muay Thai position, nice and squared up. Square up the hips and shoulders with your visualized target. Guard high by the brow line. And we're going to practice this lead teep. What we're going to do for the lead teep is we're going to bring this lead leg up. We're going to shift our weight back towards that rear foot, placing it down on the ground, keeping the knee slightly bent there. We don't want a stiff, straight knee, because it's easy to fall off balance. We're going to slight bend in that rear knee. And we're going to lift this leg up all together. You can bring the knee up, right? But this is not a snap kick. This is not a snapping taekwondo kick. This is a push kick. So what we want to do is kind of bring it up on an angle and then push and drive forwards. We're using the hips to generate force. We're able to generate a tremendous amount of force if we properly execute this move. So let's practice it together, and keep that in mind. It is not a snapping kick. It is a pushing kick. It looks almost the same, but it's very different, and the effect is very different when properly utilized. So square up, nice square position with the hips and shoulders, visualizing that target ahead. We're going to aim for center mass. Solar plexus, center mass here, just above the belt line. The groin if you want to fight dirty. If you've got the ability, if you've got the hip mobility, man, I don't know what's going on. Hip mobility to bring that up and drive it straight forwards, do so. If you don't have that mobility yet, just work on it over time. You'll get that kick to go higher and higher, and soon you'll be teeping people in the face. Not people, hopefully Bob or the heavy bag at head level. That way you'll be prepared in a self-defense situation. But don't worry. Remember, go at your pace, challenge yourself to your skill level, and then as long as you stay consistent and dedicated, you'll see that progress day by day as you improve in these techniques. So from our balanced Muay Thai stance, right here, we're going to bring that lead leg up, shifting our weight back onto that rear foot. Remember, don't lock the knee. Keep it slightly bent so we can keep the balance. Chin stays tucked. We're going to bring this leg up like it's on one plane. Knee can be bent, right? Knee can be bent there, but we want to bring it up kind of on one plane at the hip, pulling the hips in. You can reach that lead hand out for balance, and then we're going to push forwards with the ball of the foot. Using the front of that foot, the ball of the foot behind the toes, right? Curl those toes back and use the ball of that foot to push straight forwards into that center mass. And we're driving through the hip, we're fully extending the leg, and we're curling those toes back to make sure the contact point is on the ball of the foot there. Let's do it together. Lead teep. Bring the leg up, one plane, right? It's bent. We're balanced on that rear leg. It's got a little bend there. You can keep that lead hand out for extra balance. And then we're going to drive through the hips as we let the shoulders go back. Chin stays tucked for balance, but the shoulders move back as the hips move forwards. Let's do it together one more time. Lead teep here. Shifting our weight back onto the rear foot. We're bringing that lead leg up on one plane. Hips come in. Chin is tucked. And then we're driving forwards, pressing with the ball of the foot, just like you would press on a gas pedal. Pushing straight forwards with the ball of that foot. Also, to add power to this kick, you're going to chop the arm on the same side of that kick. It's going to add leverage, balance, and more power in that strike as well. So one more time. Lead teep here. Bring the leg up and in to the hips, and then drive forwards as you chop the arm and send the ball of that foot right into center mass, tossing your opponent away, creating a gap, and being an effective teeper out there. Shout out to XOJ961TKD. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys and girls out there for the support. So that's our lead teep. Now, a couple of notes that you can make for yourself is when you toss that teep, right? Bring it back. Come back to your balanced stance and step back into your orthodox position. Try not to, especially in the beginning, try not to push and then fall forwards. You can do that later as an advancing technique once you get the balance and the mechanics down on this teep. But when you're first starting out, you want to make sure you stay in your nice balanced Muay Thai stance, right? We're nice and square. Bring the leg up and then bring it back. Boom. And back. And back. That's our lead teep. That's the one we're going to practice today at low intensity, nice and slow. We're going to link it with the breathwork tool, diaphragmatic breathing, to calm the nervous system. And we're going to flow through that movement like water. We're going to build that muscle memory, equip you with this tool, and sharpen it all day in that low intensity session for the first round. So that being said, see you guys chatting. That's all good. That being said, to keep things low intensity when we're practicing this teep, we're going to link our movement with breath, that diaphragmatic breathwork tool. So let's cover the tool first. One hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. Long, deep breath in, filling the belly with air. I'm going to hold on to it for a moment, and then long and slow exhale out the mouth. I want the exhale to be twice as long as the inhale. This is going to help us calm that nervous system with the diaphragmatic breath. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly, keeping the chest flat. Expand that belly, hold on to the breath for a moment, and then long and slow exhale through the mouth. Putting some resistance in those lips further exercises that diaphragmatic breathing muscle and calms the nervous system. Let's try it one more time. Chest staying flat the entire time. Use your hands as a guide. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it, expanding that belly, and then long and slow exhale. Through pursed lips, all that air out of the system. If you're keeping the chest flat and you're breathing with that belly, that's diaphragmatic breathing, and you should start to feel the calming effects of that tool right away. It's a very powerful breathwork tool. Now we're going to link that breath with our movement as we practice this teep. So the way that's going to work is when we bring the lead leg up, when we move into our defensive position and we bring that lead leg up, we want to breathe into the belly. We're holding that breath in, poised to attack, and then long and slow, exhaling out as we drive that foot forwards into our target, into center mass. So go ahead and let's practice it together, and then we're going to start the timer and start moving through this flow-based routine. In your balanced Muay Thai stance, take that deep breath into the belly and bring that lead leg up into firing position. So shifting your weight onto that rear foot. Lead legs up in firing position. You're holding the breath, and then long and slow exhale out into striking position. You can step back into your balanced stance. After that, don't worry if you lose your balance. We're learning new techniques, so there's going to be adjustment period. But the longer you practice, the more balance you will have, the more balance you'll develop, the more natural it will be. And then after practicing, even at low intensity, nice and slow, you'll be able to execute that move at high intensity, boom, nice and fast, and stay balanced the entire time, making it super effective. So progress is progress. Remember that. Progress counts, whether it's low intensity, high intensity, whether it's progress in complexity, whether it's progress in challenge. It is all progress. It all counts as success out there. So give yourself a dose of progress today and make sure you're challenging yourself to your skill level with the complexity of today's exercise. But don't push that intensity. Let's keep that heart rate low, keep that nervous system under control, and flow with it. Bluetooth. Let's go. Fine. Let's do a daily beat. Should be good. Also, make sure you got water. You're visualizing your opponent, and you're landing those strikes with accuracy where you want them to go. Let's do it. Pop into stance. Let's start with the breath to calm the system. Deep breath into the belly. Hold on to it. Long exhale out the mouth. And now we're going to take that deep breath in and assume our defensive Muay Thai stance. Deep breath into stance. Holding that guard, holding that breath. Long and slow exhale through your jab cross. Nice and slow, flow through it. Deep breath into defensive stance. Long and slow exhale through jab cross. Remember, focus, balance. Nice and slow, nice and easy. Deep breath into defense. Holding that guard, holding that breath. Long exhale through double elbow strikes. Nice and slow. Flow through those movements along with that breath. Kind of follow that exhale into striking pattern. Finishing that breath at the last strike. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in. Long exhale through single rear knee strike. And deep inhale back. Holding that breath in the belly. Now we're going to start adding in that teep, our first leg kick together. Long exhale and recenter. Let's shake out the arms, shake out that lactic acid. Get ourselves nice and balanced. Return to the breath. Make sure we're keeping it low intensity. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long exhale out the mouth. Now the difference here between the teep and the other movements that we've been using is when we take that deep breath in, we're not just going to assume defensive stance. We're also going to bring that knee up and load that kick. So take that deep breath in through the nose to the belly while bringing that knee up and setting yourself up for the teep kick. Boom. Bringing it up here and then long exhale forward into that teep kick. Curling the toes, extending through the hips, letting the shoulders go back. Fully exhale there. And then deep inhale back. Stepping back into your balanced stance. If you don't have the balance yet, which you may not, especially if it's your first day, don't worry about it. Just take that deep breath in. And then long exhale. And if you fall off balance, just complete that breath. Return back to the neutral position. Return back to your defensive stance. And return back to that breath. That breath is your guide. That breath is your coach. And you're the one who's in control here. Take that deep breath in into defensive stance when you reset. Holding the breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And now we're going to use that breath with the teep. So deep breath in as you bring the leg up and load. Focusing on your visualized target. Long exhale forward. Driving through the hips. Curling the toes back. Pushing with the ball of the foot. Chopping the arm. Fully exhale. And deep inhale back. To balance stance. Long and slow if you can. Exhale out into those striking positions. Let's get back into the flow with it. And we'll add that teep as we go. Deep breath into the belly through the nose. Nice and easy. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Now get creative with it. Moving back into defense on the inhale. Moving forwards into offense on the exhale. Let's do it together. Deep breath into defensive stance. If you're going to fire the teep, bring the knee up. If you're not, just maintain your proper defensive stance there. Deep inhale. Hold the breath in the belly. Long exhale forwards into striking pattern. Get creative here. Use any strikes you'd like. Fully exhale. This is your routine. Have fun with it. Deep inhale back. Holding that breath in the belly, long and slow exhale into your striking pattern. Focusing on balance and flow, taking those striking forms, striking patterns, and linking them with the breath to calm the nervous system. Deep inhale back. Guard high, hold the breath in the belly, long and slow exhale forward. 2 strikes. Any 2 strikes you'd like. Fully exhale. If you're doing the deep, it can be a single strike. Take that deep breath in and let's load up the leg for a teep. Deep breath into the belly. Bringing the leg up for the teep. Long exhale forward. Chopping the arm. Sending the hips forward, shoulders back. And deep inhale back to defensive stance. Hold in the breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale through striking pattern. Nice and easy. Nice and slow. If you feel the intensity start to pick up, your heart rate start to increase, return to the breath and calm that nervous system. Let's do it together. Deep breath into the belly through the nose. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale through pursed lips. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Chest stays flat. Long exhale out the mouth. And that's that calming diaphragmatic breathing tool. Hopefully you guys are feeling the effects of it as you continue to grow. Shout out to Braces Can Be Scary and Slayer Ken. Thanks for being here at 484 days of progress. Good stuff, brother. Thanks so much for making it. All right, we finished our low intensity session. And Claire, you know the high intensity session does not work out well for you. Remember, you've got to tune into you and make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, any exercise routine, you're cleared by your physician, you're good to go. You're not going to put too much of a strain on your body or on your heart or your system. This next breathwork routine, the breath of fire, does put a stressor on your system. It is going to pump that stress hormone cortisol. It's going to put a stress on the heart and lungs. Make sure you're prepped for it. This breath alone can dehydrate you. Make sure you're staying hydrated out there. All right, so to practice the yogic breath of fire first, before we link it in with movement, it's going to go a little bit like this. We're going to do a short, powerful burst of air out of the mouth, and then it's going to be a passive rebound of air through the nose. So we want to push with power out the mouth and just let it bounce back through the nose. It's not a conscious inhale. It's just like a bounce back. So each breath out is going to be 1 rep. We're going to let it bounce back, and we're going to create a pattern here. Each breath out is 1 rep, each pulse of breath, and we're going to do 20 breaths out in that pattern, continuous. At the end of those 20, we'll take a deep breath in, deep diaphragmatic breath, and check in ourselves to make sure we're not overworking here. Let's do it together, starting with 20 breaths of fire. Not you, Claire. Make sure you're checking in on you. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long exhale out the mouth. And you want to check in on yourself for signs of dizziness, nauseousness, spots in the vision. All of this means you need to dial the intensity back with this breathwork tool. We are going to get an activated feeling. You are going to get that energy boost, and you're going to feel it start to pump you up and give you that boost, and it's a great tool to use, but you've got to make sure we don't overwork, especially if this is your first time. If you're feeling good, if you're feeling nice and balanced and you're not feeling any of those effects, let's tune back into that breathwork tool with another 20 breaths of fire in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long, slow exhale. Check in on you if you're feeling all right. Now we're going to work towards 40 breaths of fire, making progress very quickly here. In 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long exhale out the mouth. Remember, purse those lips. And now, if you're feeling good, we're going to link it in with movement and improve our martial arts technique. So we're going to assume Muay Thai position here, balanced Muay Thai stance. And with each pulse of breath, we're going to sync it with the whip in our punches, turning through the hips Staying nice and light, heels slightly raised off the ground in our balanced position. We're going to turn through the shoulders and hips, tossing those fists forward. Keeping guard on the opposite hand and letting the whip of the fist sync up with the pulse in that breath. We're going for 20 breath of fire punches here in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Hold that breath in, long exhale out the mouth. Check in on you, make sure you're feeling all right. This is a higher intensity session. It's going to put a strain on your body, but we're building ourselves up. Let's do it together again. 20 breath of fire punches in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. And you're going to feel that energy perking up, that heart rate accelerating. Getting that boost is a great tool if you're feeling a little fatigued during training. Start utilizing those breath of fire punches and boost yourself back up. Give yourself that competitive edge. Stay balanced. Think about all those little points of improvement. Turning the fist over on the strike. Bringing the opposite hand to defend. Back on each strike. Right? One comes back to defend, one goes out to strike. And another 20 breath of fire punches in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. If you're feeling all right, we're going for a 40 breath of fire punches now in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. If you're feeling all right, we're going for another 40 breath of fire punches in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. And that is the end of our activated breathwork session. Right now, you should have an accelerated heart rate, a little sweat going, heavy breathing, activated energy. All those things very similar to a panic attack. And now we're going to take full control of those physical experiences, that somatic symptom, and bring ourselves back down. Give ourselves a break. Using the power of breath. So, let's return to that diaphragmatic breathing tool first. Deep breath in, nice and slow through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it for a moment. And then long and slow exhale through pursed lips. Nice and easy. Deep breath into the belly. Hold on to it for a moment, keeping the chest flat. Long and slow exhale. Through pursed lips. Deep breath in again, nice and slow through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale through the lips. Chest stays flat the whole time. This is going to allow us to calm that heart rate and calm that nervous system. Deep breath in, close the eyes and visualize that breath for added effectiveness. Deep breath in through the nose, keeping the chest flat. Hold on to that breath from the belly. Long and slow exhale through pursed lips. You may already be feeling those calming effects, slowing the heart rate, putting you back in control over that automatic nervous system. Let's keep going and make it super effective. Deep breath into the belly through the nose. Hold on to it. Long, slow exhale out the mouth. Through pursed lips. We're taking that control back. Visualize that breath leaving the body and entering through the nose, filling the belly. Chest stays flat the whole time. Nice and easy. Deep breath in. Hold on to it. Long, slow exhale here through pursed lips. Now we're going to keep leveling up and making this tool more and more effective. You might have already calmed your nervous system if you've practiced this tool before. I know I'm already feeling the benefits of that, already took that control back, but we're gonna make it more and more effective with added layers of benefits here. First one's gonna be the 4-7-8 breath. We're gonna take a 4-second, nice and slow. So you're counting to 4, but we're breathing in nice and slow, so it takes 4 seconds to fully inhale and expand that belly. 4 seconds into the belly, hold on to that breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale for 8 seconds. Let's do it together. You can keep the eyes closed and visualize that breath to make it even more effective as we go. 4 seconds into the belly. Hold on to it. 8-second exhale here through pursed lips. Continue that pattern. 4 seconds in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it for 7. 8-second exhale. Keep that pattern going. We're using it for the rest of the class. 4 seconds into the belly. Remember, keep the chest flat. 7-second hold. 8-second exhale. Keep that breathwork tool going with that count. Long and slow exhale. If you've done this before and you don't need the hands as a guide, you can put them somewhere more comfortable. You can take a seated position, a lying down position. As long as you keep that chest flat and continue to breathe in this pattern, we're going to be able to make that tool effective. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly, 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Nice and easy. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. We're going to tap into a different tool this time. Last time we focused on the holds. This time we're going to focus on the exhale. And as you exhale that breath, I want you to imagine what it would be like to let go of any expectations that you have put on yourself. So try this exercise together. Deep breath in, 4 seconds to the belly. Hold on to it for 7. 8-second exhale those expectations. Keep the pattern going, 4 seconds in. Hold for 7. And we're going to imagine what it would be like on that exhale to just let go of those expectations we put on ourselves, others put on us, family, friends, society. Exhale those expectations, 8 seconds. Again, eyes closed, visualizing the breath is going to make it even more effective. Keep the pattern going, 4 seconds into the belly. Hold for 7, ignore the bell. 8-second exhale here, exhale those expectations. As you breathe out, I want you to let your body kind of melt into position. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Keep the pattern going, 4 seconds into the belly. Hold for 7. 8-second exhale expectations, let your body melt. Keep the pattern going, 4 into the belly. Hold for 7. Really visualize being free. Imagine being free of that stress, that unnecessary stress we put on ourselves with expectations on this exhale. Breathe slow and let it go. Continue the pattern, 4 into the belly. Hold for 7. 8-second exhale. few more times with no instruction. Just tune into that breath. Visualize it. Use those tools we've equipped ourselves with. And let's breathe together. And that is going to bring an end to our somatic healing session for today. I hope that you guys are feeling those same benefits that I'm feeling out here. I feel them every time I practice this routine. And the more I practice it, the more effective I make these tools in my life. I'm able to relieve that stress. And if you take note, just a few moments ago, we had a high heart rate, heavy breathing, activated, energized feeling, that anxious energy in our bodies. And we were able to quickly take that control back over the automatic nervous system. Calm down the heart, calm down the nervous system. Give yourself that rest, that relaxation, that peace, and that clear mind so that we can make better decisions out here and work forwards every day, no matter what we're going through. So I hope that you're finding those same benefits with these tools. I hope you're finding the ones that resonate with you. And if you are, please do let the world know in the comments section or on the testimonial page on saclifeofficial.com. One of the best things we can do for each other is be that change that we want to see and share our progress, share what works. That way other people can find their way forwards as well. Until next time, checking in. Shout out to Maria Brown and La Horlean. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And everybody who's tuned in. Thank you so much for supporting the cause. Until next time, I'll catch you same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sack man out.